The group entered the farm through an open gate with songs and traditional chants. They are here to reclaim what they say is rightfully theirs. According to the group spokesperson, Shaun Gariseb, this move is part of a broader movement demanding the return of ancestral land to indigenous communities. The group has already erected structures on the land and said they will remain here indefinitely. They argued that government has failed to address their grievances despite decades of petitions and negotiations.
The purpose of what we are doing today is that there are 60 graves on Farm 34 of our forefathers, and we can't allow them to be destroyed like others at Bomkas, Broom, Ongos, and many other places around here. The land on portion 3, where our foundation lies, has been idle for 25 years while government knew and was selling our land behind our backs. We stayed wandering in corridors and as tenants and as farm workers for decades. We have pleaded with government and written petitions to government since 1992. And our last petition was in November 2024. 2024, ne? Yes. When we wrote to the president, the line minister, which was Mr. Slidevine, and also to the Speaker of Parliament. Our petitions are still pending as we speak.
Gariseb said what they have done was not an act of trespassing, but rather the rightful reclaiming of ancestral territory. He mentioned that historical documents indicate that between 2013 and 2016, a land surveyor conducted assessment which reflected the painful legacy of apartheid-era dispossession. The activist alleged that instead of rectifying past injustices, the current government has facilitated the continued alienation of indigenous communities.
In Khomas region alone, we, the Khomanin community, the entire, not our Gaexas community, the entire Khomanin community own zero land, while there are over 54 farms, 54 commercial farms, 54 farms owned by foreign nationals, which are most of the time absent. Some of them own 3 to 5 farms. Yet the lead service that the first land conference offered was that one person, one farm.
Despite these claims of continued marginalization, the government last year acquired and handed over land to the Khomanin people. The handing over ceremony, officiated by former Minister of Agriculture Karl Schladwijn, was attended by the Queen of the Khomanin people. The size of the farm, Khomanin Platz, is 8,000 hectares and was converted into Khomanin Traditional Authority. The Khomanin Traditional Authority will now administer this land and issue land rights to its people. However, the community is unhappy with the location of the land, as their wish is to have land allocated to them around Windhoek. At a meeting of the Khomanin people held earlier this month at Groothoop, Deputy Executive Director in the Ministry of Agriculture and Land Reform said the government is aware that members of the community are scattered all over the Khomas region because of lack of land. Therefore, the government has started with a program to acquire land to create traditional areas for the Khomanin people. He promised that more land will be bought as funds became available. Meanwhile, the owner of the occupied farm, who introduced him only as Rose, agreed to the roundtable discussion with the community and the government.